Welcome you to the Pantheon of M. I'm your host, Ray.
And I'm Evy.
And Evy, what are we looking at today?
We are looking at Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
That's right. It came out it came out 2021. I was saying it was this year. It came out in October. It is one of the most anticipated films of 2 years. This is one of the films that got delayed, right, for COVID. I would imagine. Yeah, it got delayed. A lot of films. Was it worth the wait? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, was I happy to see this? Yes, I was. Was everything I wanted to be? It was. It kind of hit some certain notes. It's not what I thought the film was going to be, and I think it's good how this movie was shown to us. It exceeded my expectations. You had a cold open. It introduced us to Francis. It's a love story. You know, before we get to the opening credits, we're introduced to Cletus, played by Woody Harrelson, and we're seeing it's not going to be a movie about monsters fighting. It's not just a superhero film. There's there's a love story behind it. There's a reasoning behind this. That's why we have the cold open. It's not just a dumb superhero or monster bashing film. And I think for critics who really try to put a peg down on a movie because it's just a certain pigeonhole type, they went out their way to say, no, there's more to this than being what it is. And it's directed by Andy Serkis, you know, the guy who's brought you everything from Planet of the Apes to Lord of the Rings. I mean, he was Caesar, he was Gollum. I mean, he understands the idea of motion capture and special effects. What were your thoughts?
My thoughts on that movie, it was good. I really liked it. You know, I thought it would bomb, but obviously not. You know, it was a lot of thought was talked about it. You know, it's a guy who has an issue, you know, of dealing with anger that he can't control. He's trying to survive and live, you know, with a personality that he can't control, or if he does control it, it was kind of hard for him to do.
Naomi Harris plays Frances, the love interest for Cletus. Well, she's known as Scream. The character exists in the comic books, but now because her power is sonic, of her sonic voice, it's one of the things that can kill or harm a symbiote. So there is disorder in the relationship between Carnage and her. You know, and they do explore the concept of how the symbiote and Scream cannot coexist. There is a tension between them. Yet Cletus is the glue between the two. You know, so how did you like that? How did you like that story being developed of how there was lack of harmony between Carnage and Cletus and Naomi, and sorry, Francis?
How do I? Oh, yeah, I kind of felt sorry for. He's got a problem with making his life work.
Right.
So yeah, you know, it's kind of hard for him. Makes me feel kind of bad. Anyway, I really like this movie. It was good. Lots of special effects and stuff. Do you think anything that you didn't like?
That's a good question. Yes, the part where when Venom goes on his own, when they split up and he's gone, looks like he's gone to like not I won't say Carabana. What do you call it? Mardi Gras kind of thing. He's wearing all those beads and he's like,
oh yeah,
so he's partying, drops the mic, and he's like, he's the toast of the town. But he realizes like he misses Eddie. Like he wishes Eddie was there to see him in his glory, and he kind of like sumps to the ground and he's struggling. That part, you know, it's childlike. It serves a purpose, but I didn't need to see that. You know.
Okay.
Whereas I did like the part with Mrs. Chen when Eddie kind of invades her,
Okay.
and Annie's there to confront them. Was there a highlight scene for you?
That was good or bad, or
No, that was
what?
good. Like that you really enjoy. Like I mean, if it came on again, you'd be happy to see that particular scene, whether it's a conversation or an action sequence. Was there a scene that was like, oh, I like that?
It's that very one that you didn't like, the one where they're where the guys at the club or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that was interesting. I didn't think that it should have been there, but
Mm-hmm.
it was. That's just my idea.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, on that note, we'll end this off. I am Ray,
And I'm happy.
and you can reach us at pantheonofm.com, or you could communicate to us at our email address. That's at pantheonofm@gmail.com. We're going to be reviewing DC very soon. So whether it's Man of Steel, whether it's the Aquaman movies, the Wonder Woman movies, Batman v Superman, sorry, Batman v Superman. If you want to lend us
Okay,
your thoughts, send us an email. Give us your
cool.
critiques of those films. We're going to be going headfirst, really strong into reviewing those movies, including the Batman movies, where there's a '66 Batman, the '89 Batman, all like the Val Kilmer's, all the DC movies, as well as the Christopher Reeve Superman movies coming up in the months ahead. So feel free to give us your comments at pantheonofm@gmail.com, and we'll be reading your reviews on the audio portion of the podcast. So with that, we want to say thank you. And I am Ray.
And I'm Evy.
We'll talk to you next week. Take care.